The Prophet of Allah, peace be upon him, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad Habibullah, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad Habibullah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. All praise be to God, the merciful, the compassionate, the forgiving, the loving, the sustainer, the cherisher. All praise belong to Him. Peace be upon the noble messenger, Sayyidina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's topic is about the greatest benefactors of mankind. If you remember, in the last episode, we left off at the questions, the existential questions that we need to be asking ourselves, each one of us. And the questions that we asked, the first one was, where did we come from? And if you remember, we said in the last episode that we have to go to the prophets to find the answers for these questions. We might choose to get the answers from scientists, and the answer that you would get is that we came here by chance and we have no guidance and we have to make our own guidelines. But if you choose to believe in God, then the answers are very simple and very easy. So the answer for the first question, that where did we come from, is that we came from God. And the second question, that why are we here, and what is the reason that we are here on this earth, the answer for that is that we find it in the Quran, where Allah says that He has created the jinn and the humans to worship Him and to serve Him. And our Prophet has taught us how to do this, and also how to serve the creation of God. And the last question that we asked, where are we going from here? And the answer is that we will be going back to God, where we came from. So it makes sense that we have to serve our Creator, and we have to serve the creation too. Now, if I want to lead a life on this earth and try to achieve the goals and the values that all of us as mankind share, I need to have guidance. And the best guidance is the guidance of God, which He gives us through His prophets. And God says in the Quran that He has sent prophets to every nation. And no nation was left without a prophet. That means no nation was left without guidance. So also, God sent His last prophet, that we believe that He's last, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and He also sent him with guidance for all times to come. Now, if you look into the lives of the prophets, all the prophets, from Adam to the last prophet, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there are great lessons that we can learn, and we can find the guidance that we are seeking for, and to achieve our goals and to achieve our ideals, as we may call them. And it will be for the benefit of all the mankind. So if you look back into the history, and try to see what have these prophets done? Why were these prophets sent? Do we really need prophets? And do we really need to follow them? And when we look into the history, we have seen that those people who have followed the prophets were successful, and they were able to achieve their goals and ideals. And those people who did not believe in them and who did not follow them, they were not able to achieve these goals, and they were unhappy. Their ending was unhappy. Now, if you look at the prophets, the main reason why God has sent prophets is to guide us to the best way so that we can achieve our goals. And the other reason why He sent was to warn us that if we don't follow these prophets and if we don't believe in these prophets, what will be our ending? Where will we be going? So if we choose to follow them, then God has kept for us great rewards in the life hereafter. And if we choose not to do that, then God has or will be sending us into hell, where we will be punished for our misdeeds, and will be punished for not believing in Him, and will be punished for not following Him and His messengers. Now, apart from guiding the humanity, the prophets were sent to clarify humanity for the purpose of the creation. And they were the examples providing us with the right way of thinking, the right way of doing, so that all of us can achieve the goals that we are trying to achieve. Now, if you look at the prophets, we find that the one who sent the prophets was the same. So that means the source is same. Because if I go and look into the message of one of the greatest prophets, Moses, or Jesus, or Muhammad, I'll come to the conclusion that all of them came with the same message, that believe in one God and follow the messenger and use the book that he has sent with each one of them, of those messengers, as guides for our lives. And if I look now into the life of the most merciful man that lived on this earth, which is Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I will find that in the times that he was living in, there were the times of darkness, there were the times where there was slavery, there was times where women had no rights, there were times that people were killing each other for no reasons, would be fighting for years and years, and there would be times that people had completely lost the concept of God. People were worshipping idols, people were worshipping other human beings, and there was sexual slavery, there was usury and exploitation, there was fear, there was terror, there was discrimination among people. And I'm sure you understand that all these things sound very familiar to you, because we see all these things in our times too. So we have no other option except to return back to God and return back to the messengers of God, who are the real guides for us. And inshallah, together we will be able to find the solutions that we are looking for, the questions that we are looking for, the solutions that we are looking for, the questions, and we will be able to achieve our goals and ideals. And all of us as mankind as a whole, inshallah, will be living in peace and in happiness and loving each other. And I will leave you here, and inshallah we'll come back in the next episode and talk about the great Prophet of mercy, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The Prophet of Allah, peace be upon him, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad حبيب الله محمد رسول الله محمد حبيب الله